Yo, what's going on, boys, and welcome back to another video. Today, you probably already guessed, we're going to be looking at FlameFrags again. It feels like most of my videos recently have been about FlameFrags, but that's just because his editing style and gameplay allow me to easily digest and explain his PvP. Now, as much as I love FlameFrags, I don't want every single one of my videos to be about him. So if there are any other creators or videos you'd like me to take a look at, be sure to leave a comment. But as for today, we will be looking at how FlameFrags, Main Pair, Pentar, and Wembu were not only able to just win, but dominate a 4v12. Now, I'm only going to be covering the last third or so of this video, so as always, be sure to go watch Flame's video all the way through before you come back to this one. Like most of his other videos, this one was very entertaining and very well made, so be sure to give it a watch. But with that being said, let's take a look at how the Blindfold Brothers won a 4v12. As always, I'll start off by providing some context. Long story short, pretty much the entire server has gotten sick and tired of the Blindfold Brothers and formed a coalition in an attempt to finally take them down. The leader of this team, Tech, even went as far as building an orbital strike cannon to try and one-shot FlameFrags and his team. Funnily enough, Flame and Main end up finding the cannon, but decide to leave it be just so they could flex on the rest of the server. It's also worth noting that Flame set up his wolf machine and also created some TNT traps. Both of these will come into play later. But now, let's get into the actual fight. To save potions, the four all pot up at the same time before rushing into the fight. Now, really quickly, as per usual, I want to quickly look at Flame's inventory. He has plenty of cobwebs, gaps, e-gaps, and strength potions. Oddly enough, he only has one spare speed potion, but speed really isn't that big of a deal, especially in an outnumbered fight like this one. Flame also has plenty of XP, ender chests, and chorus fruit just in case he gets into a bad spot. Oh, and in case you were wondering, here's Main Pair's inventory. I assume that Pentar and Wembu also had very similar inventories to this. It's also important to know that Flame, Main, Wembu, and Pentar all had close to 20 hearts in this fight, whereas most of the Empire had much lower heart counts. And of course, the Blindfold Brothers are much better at PvP compared to the Empire. They have 4 of the top 7 best PvPers on all of Lifesteal, while the Empire really only has Minute, Zam, and Maypick. With all these factors in play, winning a 4v12 seems a lot more achievable. Early on in the fight, Flame and his team quickly start to identify who is who by using their opponent's armor trims. Flame will quickly lead a couple players away from the group before summoning his armored wolves to help him out. With Wembu's help, Flame and the wolves are easily able to overrun and overpower Darapshu, who somehow manages to survive. After a bit, Wembu is able to secure the first kill on Caboodle. Since you aren't allowed to restock mid-fight, the team loots Caboodle's drops while Flame bullies Zam into using a Turtle Master potion. After Pentar takes out Pofa, Flame, Wembu, and the dogs force Zam to turtle again before Flame switches onto Chief and is able to flawlessly quick drop him. Watch again as Flame expertly lands 7 crits in a row on Chief, who was too distracted trying to kill Wembu, eventually leading to his death. One thing that I think was underrated in this 4v12 was Flame's wolf army. Watch here as the dogs force Zam to turtle while Flame escapes from a cobweb. This next clip is just funny to me. 4 of the Empire's players were all focused on chasing down Wembu, and yet they all seemed oblivious to FlameFrags charging and attacking them from behind. If the Empire's players had even the slightest bit of awareness or battle IQ, this fight could have been a lot closer. Here, Flame is able to land 11 unanswered hits on Tech, who just aimlessly runs around trying to heal. And even when an Invis player comes in to help, Flame doesn't even drop below 20 hearts due to his saturation and absorption hearts. Like, this is just sad, man. They can't do anything. Flame then gets a nice little combo on Bacon, forcing him into a cobweb before Bacon mistakenly splashes speed as Flame is easily able to take him out. A little later, Main Pair and Flame are able to get Zam stuck in a cobweb. And since Zam had finally ran out of Turtle Master potions, Flame and Main were able to finish him off, which was a huge momentum boost. Flame then comes in and steals Main Pair's kill on a helpless force of it, all while strategically restocking to ensure he doesn't run out of resources. While he's doing that, Main Pair is able to drop Squiddo, putting their total kill count at 7. But now the Empire will resort to using the Orbital Strike Cannon. You know, the same cannon that Flame and Main purposely didn't disable just so they could flex on the rest of the server. Now, in case you don't know how the Orbital Strike Cannon works, let me give you a quick rundown. This specific model uses 2 types of charges, nukes and stab charges. In this case, the Empire set up the cannon to use a stab charge. A stab charge focuses all of the blasts into a smaller area, dealing devastating damage. But that in turn makes it harder to use since you have to get your enemies into the right position and fire it at just the right time. Before the Empire can even use the cannon, Flame is able to easily take out Chief, who kinda just sits there helplessly doing nothing. Main Pair is eventually able to finish off a depleted Hannah before the Empire finally decides to activate the cannon. Flame and his team quickly realize this due to the sudden lag spike, and so they all quickly splash themselves with Turtle and pray that they weren't standing in the explosion. and after a few tense moments, the game returns to normal and the blast just misses its target. I honestly don't know why the Empire didn't wait to be 100% certain that the explosion would kill at least one of the Blindfold brothers, but due to the chaos in their VC and poor communication, the Orbital Strike Cannon doesn't offer them much support. Now, at this point, Flame and his team have been drained of most of their resources, while the Empire was able to restock and return to the fight after dying. So the Blindfold brothers are forced to retreat, but Flame still has a TNT trap set up. Pentar and Flame lead subs and Chief to the trap, and I think I'll just let this clip speak for itself.
Get ready, turtle.
In the end, Flame, Main, Wembu, and Pentar were able to bag 11 kills while suffering 0 deaths on their own team, which honestly is a very impressive accomplishment. The Blindfold brothers simply outmatched their 12 opponents in terms of PvP skill, preparation, and communication. They worked together very well as a team to eliminate the opposing members, while the Empire operated chaotically and unorganized. This fight shows that under the right circumstances, even outnumbering your opponent 4-1 may not even put you at an advantage. You already know that if I was taking a 12v4 and my team was getting beat badly, I'm high tier 1 running out of there, baby. But yeah, that's all the app I got for you today. Thanks for watching, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.